In this video, let us discuss about continual service improvement. Enterprise governance. IT governance is the responsibility of the Board of Directors and Executive Management. It is an integral part of the enterprise governance and consists of the leadership, organizational structures and processes that ensure that the organization's IT sustains and extends the organization's strategies and objectives. On the one hand, IT organizations must now comply with new rules and legislation and continually demonstrate their compliance through successful independent audits by external organizations. On the other hand, IT organizations are increasingly being called upon to do more with less and create additional value while maximizing the use of existing resources. These increasing pressures dovetail perfectly with a basic premise of ITIL. IT is a service business. Existing internal IT organizations must transform themselves into effective and efficient IT service providers, or they will cease to be relevant to the business and soon after will cease to exist. This continual and unceasing drive toward greater business value with greater internal efficiency is at the heart of CSI. Continual service improvement, CSI, and the service lifecycle. Service strategy establishes policies and principles that provide guidance for the whole service life cycle. The service portfolio is defined in this life cycle stage, and new or changed services are charted. During the service design stage of the life cycle, everything needed to transition and operate the new or changed service is documented in a service design package. This life cycle stage also designs everything needed to create as well as transit and operate the services, including management information, systems and tools, architectures, processes, measurement methods and metrics. The activities of the service transition and service operation stages of the life cycle are defined during service design. Service transition ensures that the requirements of the service strategy, which are developed in service design, are effectively realized in service operation while controlling the risks of failure and disruption. The service operation stage of the service lifecycle carries out the activities and processes required to deliver the agreed services. During this stage of the life cycle, the value defined in the service strategy is realized. Continual service improvement, CSI, acts in tandem with all the other life cycle stages. All processes, activities, roles, services and technology should be measured and subjected to continual improvement. The strength of the service lifecycle rests upon continual feedback throughout each stage of the lifecycle. This feedback ensures that service optimization is managed from business perspective and measured in terms of the value the business derives from services at any point in time during the service lifecycle. At every point in the service lifecycle, the process of monitoring, assessment and feedback between each stage drives decisions related to the need for minor course corrections or major service improvement initiatives. Adopting appropriate technology to automate the processes and provide management with the information that supports the processes is also important for an effective and efficient service management. Different types of metrics in CSI. It is important to remember that there are three types of metrics that an organization will need to collect to support CSI activities as well as other process activities. Technology metrics. These metrics are often associated with component and application-based metrics such as performance, availability, and so on. Process metrics. These metrics are captured in the form of critical success factors, KSFs, KPIs, and activity metrics for the service management processes. They can help determine the overall health of a process. KPIs can help answer 4 key questions on quality, performance, value, and compliance of following the process. CSI would use these metrics as input in identifying improvement opportunities for each process. Service metrics. These metrics are a measure of the end-to-end service performance. Individual technology and process metrics are used when calculating the end-to-end service metrics. In general, a metric is a scale of measurement defined in terms of a standard, i.e., a well-defined unit. Metrics are a system of parameters or ways of quantitative assessment of a process that is to be measured. Metrics define what is to be measured. Metrics are usually specialized by the subject area, in which case they are valid only within a certain domain and cannot be directly benchmarked or interpreted outside of it. However, generic metrics can be aggregated across subject areas or business units of an enterprise. Performance baselines. An important beginning point for highlighting improvement is to establish baselines as markers or starting points for later comparison. Baselines are also used to establish an initial data point to determine if a service or process needs to be improved. As a result, it is important that baselines are documented, recognized, and accepted throughout the organization. Baselines must be established at each level: strategic goals and objectives, tactical process maturity, operational metrics and KPIs. If a baseline is not initially established, the first measurement efforts will become the baseline. That is why it's essential to collect data at the outset, even if the integrity of the data is in question. It is better to have data to question than to have no data at all. Baseline provides us a starting point. It will help us in doing comparison, decision-making, and will also provide us with fallback options if something goes wrong. Critical considerations for implementing CSI. Before implementing Continual Service Improvement, CSI, it is important to have identified and filled the critical roles such as CSI Manager, Service Owner, and Reporting Analyst. A service level manager facilitates the liaison between the customer and IT. Monitoring and reporting on technology metrics, process metrics, and service metrics needs to be in place. Internal service review meetings needs to be scheduled in order to review from an internal IT perspective to see the monthly results achieved. These internal review meetings should take place before any external review meeting with the business. For effective CSI, it is important for organizations to view their tool requirements from an enterprise perspective. An integrated toolset is required to underpin all the ITIL processes and provide a diverse range of data required for effective and efficient CSI. Tools for CSI should support the key operational activities of the 7-step improvement process: data gathering, data processing, data analysis, and data presentation. Tools must provide for monitoring of each level of the service hierarchy: services, systems, and components, as well as support the reporting activities for SLAs, OLAs, and UCs. CSI Register. It is likely that several initiatives or possibilities for improvement are identified. It is recommended that a CSI register is kept to record all the improvement opportunities and that each one should be categorized into small, medium, or large undertakings. Additionally, they should be categorized into initiatives that can be achieved quickly, or in the medium term or longer term. Each improvement initiative should also show the benefits that will be achieved by its implementation. With this information, a clear prioritized list can be produced. It's been observed that one failing that is when something has been identified as a lower priority. It never makes its way higher up the list for a further consideration. Thus, automated raising of priorities over time may be a useful addition to the register. The CSI register contains important information for the overall service provider and should be held and regarded as part of the Service Knowledge Management System, SKMS. The CSI register will introduce a structure and visibility to CSI, ensuring that all initiatives are captured and recorded and benefits realized. Additionally, the benefits will be measured to show that they've given the desired results. In forecasting the benefits of each proposed improvement, we should also try to quantify the benefit in terms of aspirational key performance indicators, KPI metrics. This will assist in prioritizing those changes that deliver the most significant incremental benefit to all the business. The CSI register provides a coordinated and consistent view of the potentially numerous improvement activities. It is important to define the interface from the CSI register of initiatives with strategic initiatives and with processes such as problem management, capacity management, and change management. In particular, the service review meeting is likely to result in a number of requirements for improvement. The CSI manager should have accountability and responsibility for the production and maintenance of the CSI register. Continual Service Improvement Session Summary. By the end of this session, you have learnt about Deming's PDCA cycle, CSI approach, 7-step improvement process, measuring CSI, enterprise governance, continual service improvement, CSI, and the service lifecycle, different types of metrics in CSI, performance baselines, CSI register.